So why do we need to sleep? Well, it's one of those common questions that's far easier to ask than it is to actually answer, mainly because there isn't a single reason for it, and sleeping itself is actually a fairly complex process. Let's try to cover some of the main points. Firstly, sleep is important not just for humans, but as a rule for animals as well. Most animals spend a large proportion of their time actually sleeping. The two key related factors here are energy and adaptation. When a human, or indeed an animal, is sleeping, they're using far less energy than their normal state, and therefore need to consume far less food as a result. Generally, animals have adapted to be efficient food gatherers at three general periods of each day. So either during the daytime, during the night, or at the dawn and dusk periods, what are known as diurnal, nocturnal, and crepuscular animals. These adaptations are in the form of things like body temperature regulation, camouflage, eyesight, hearing, and other senses, or even just that their food is only available at certain times of the day, like flowers which can open and close at different times of the day. Now, if an animal is operating at a time other than when it isn't ideally adapted to, it may spend more energy trying to obtain food than actually obtain from the food itself, which of course isn't a good survival strategy. For instance, lions were initially thought to be fairly lazy animals, sleeping for about 20 hours a day, being fairly inefficient hunters, benefiting from their size by opportunistically stealing other animals' prey. Then, with modern cameras, they found out that they were actually very active at night, where their senses and the cooler temperature gave them a significant advantage. This has actually since moved on to where actually it seems that the perfect time for lions to hunt is in that dusk time. In general, far less sleeping is being done than was originally thought. However, not all animals spend large proportions of their time sleeping. Many herbivores such as shrews, horses, and even giraffes take only very short naps of a few minutes duration at a time. A longer period of sleep would make them vulnerable to predation. In general, their food is available at all times of the day or night. Leaves us with a question though. They're so vulnerable when sleeping. Why do they do it at all? Here the answer appears to lie in the brain. I say appears because though this area has been fairly extensively researched, scientists aren't completely certain what's actually going on. What we do know is some animals like dolphins can turn one hemisphere of their brain off and rest it whilst the other half remains active. If some animals are sleep deprived, they'll actually quickly die. Rats have been experimented on, and they die very rapidly if they're sleep deprived. In humans, the mental processes and coordination suffer quite considerably when sleep deprived. This will recover only after a relatively short period of rest. Here, the key is actually what's now known as REM sleep, or rapid eye movement sleep, which in turn is also related to development at birth. Such animals as things like horses are born virtually fully functioning. With a short length of time they're running around, whereas humans need years of growth and development to reach the same stage. It appears the brains of animals like horses are more fully developed at birth than humans. They require far less of the deep dreaming, memory enhancing, developmental REM sleep. Human babies not only sleep more than adults, but they also spend a higher proportion of their sleep in REM sleep, since their brains are actually developing and processing more of the new information than the adult human brain will. So it appears that sleep is needed both to conserve energy and also to enhance the brain's ability to process the complex world all around us.